We back. Wednesday. Boss Talk. We rebranding today. 2019.
Today.
We told y'all 2019 will be better than Soulja Boy's 2018. We are rebranding. It's Boss Talk on SNDS DJ Meet Show.
It's Boss Talk. We talking to the bosses, you know?
So.
We talking to the bosses. Out
just
there.
saying.
Boss.
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 Sound like I got punched in the stomach. Sound like I got punched in the stomach.
What's going on, man? Ladies and gentlemen, back in the video with the DJ Meet. Lovely model Anna. We have our special guest for the night, man. Yeah. Mr.
Boss.
Mr. _ OEC on Instagram.
Yes, sir. Live in effect. I'm here.
What's going on, man? Talk to us, a little breakdown of who you are and what do you do and why are you here today?
Man, I'm just a hustler at the end of the day. A boss hustler, that is.
I'm a hustler, baby.
You understand? I own a few companies internationally and locally.
A few.
The first one is OEC Supply. It was established in 1989.
Oh wow.
So you came in to run as a boss? You know what you're saying? You came in as very good boss.
If I tell you the truth, technically it runs in my blood. Truth be told, my uncles, my cousins, they all have business operations.
Okay.
So it's like it runs through the blood at the end of the day.
See, that's the example of setting that example.
That tone.
So it's like you gotta. So those that want to break the cycle, once you break it, you gotta keep it going so that you can have situations where that's what you've seen. You've seen this, entrepreneurship. You've seen bosses growing up. So
it's like I had to be a boss for
yeah.
everybody,
It's just force you to level up, actually, at the end of the day. You see so much different diameters in how you raised in South Florida, but I was raised up on principles, you understand, loyalty at the end of the day, and hard work and dedication. And never give up. Can't never exist in my book, you understand? When it comes down to can't, that's something like trying to me, you understand? So, truth be told, trying is not failing. Failing is not trying. You understand what I'm saying? So always try and do everything that you can possibly to get where you're trying to go. Your dreams, opportunities, keep pushing, baby.
So let me ask you, when did you first, take over the company?
Actually, about 12 years ago, I was 20 years old. My father passed away, devastating time. I was forced to jump in the driver's seat and steer this ship. 12 years passed nowadays. I'm 32 years old. I was 20 years old when I jumped in the seat. Didn't know exactly where to go, which direction, but I always hang around older folks that showed me and taught me different things that I paid attention to. The good, the bad, and the ugly. But I always took to the good and more so focus on it. I don't have to go through a certain experience to know what it feels like to be in that experience. You understand?
What you mean by that?
So listen, at my partner, I got a couple partners, if they on the corner or whatever the case is, I see, hey, they added up and they ain't working for them. You understand? They get locked up, vice versa, or something of that nature happen. You understand? I see that happen firsthand, so I don't need to go through it. I'm like, listen, that ain't where it's at. I'm trying to build a legacy to pass on to my children, unborn children, so I can keep that train going. A lot of people out here they don't even know where they want to be, truth be told, or what they want to do in their life. You understand? You got to have a vision. We in the 30s now. I'm pretty sure everybody in this room, you got to really sit. All that fun, all that partying is out the door now. So you really got to focus on basically where you trying to go at. Where you trying to see. If you die tomorrow, did you leave a legacy? Did you leave something behind for your kids to take? You understand what I'm saying? That's where I come from. So my thing is I work hard every day in, day out. You understand what I'm saying? To get that and leave that. And truly, if I died tonight, I think, God forbid, nothing happened. But
I don't like saying that word. True.
Folks would come to me and I don't want y'all to be down. Celebrate. Because I live my life. Hey, I done did everything possible. All I'm trying to do is build my platform. That legacy to leave behind right now.
Okay.
Okay, so you
So we
say
talked about the transportation business. That one was 1989.
That's a wholesale distributor company.
Okay.
We sell health and beauty aid products, cosmetic, fragrances, appliances. That's how we started up. That's how we started up. 1989. It was the internet wasn't effective as it is nowadays. So with that being said, you was able to make a 50% margin on anything that you would sell to the islands. We normally deal with the U.S. Virgin Islands and the British Virgin Islands. So things has changed drastically over the years, as you might know. That's where OVC Antigua came in.
let's presume that we don't know.
Okay, what you want to know?
How has things changed? Like,
Okay,
within the
listen.
let's say the last 4 years. You feel me? We will go back way back then. You feel me? Let's think about the last 4 to 5 years. How has the market changed? You know.
Okay, cut dry. I was doing multi-million-dollar sales revenue in the wholesale industry at one point in time when I took over from my father's steps. My thing was to maintain that revenue coming in because it was good at the end of the day. Then it came to a point in time where things started channeling, and I really had to dig deep and focus. What was going on with the market? The wholesale industry wasn't pursuing as it used to. A lot of individuals, which my customers, was going online shopping.
Oh, okay.
You understand? And targeting that base of, listen, you couldn't make that 50% margin or even 20% margin. They always complain about, hey, Amazon or Walmart, this one have it cheaper. So you can't compete with them big dogs.
Okay,
So I-
sorry, good show. With that in position right now, that's what's going on. How do you still make your money? Because, like I say, everything's online shopping now.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
That's where I was getting to. So when that happened, I almost hit rock bottom. You understand? That's where the entrepreneur came in and the real dig deep and survive. The hustle instincts come in. So I had to focus on where things were going. I know things was going in that direction. So I had to figure out how can I, at the end of the day, we all middlemen. Whatever you sell, if you're a liquor man store, you're not the one that making the liquor, you selling the liquor. You understand what I'm saying? To the other consumers, the other customers out here. So I had to figure out how can I get back in the field to export and bring the revenue back up to where it was at. So I started doing consolidation and offering service tactics where I end up just with tell customers they shop online and I ship it direct to them of the items that I deal with from St. Croix, St. Thomas, Virgin Gorda, Tortola, Antigua, and so on.
How many islands?
I deal about 6, 7. I ain't nothing where I won't go. If you call me from Haiti, I'm going there too. So let me know. I'm gonna ship whatever you need. But
So people that's here right now, they have stuff that want to ship over there to the islands. You could be the best contact.
The best contact to get the job done. I mean, they get it confused because I normally cater to the individuals in the islands because they're not able to go and source their items. But nowadays, I'm looking to expand, and what I have been doing is trying to expand to each island, trying to get an operation, a hub in each island, more so to say. So I can deal with the shipping, the clearing, the duties, and get back to the middleman aspect of the business, and more so take over the industry on that note, and join Amazon and the big companies because they don't ship overseas, more so to say, but they do ship to the United States. So everybody in the islands, they mimic off of the United States, you understand? So with that being said, they will go ahead and shop, but they want their goods. And sometimes they want their goods overnight. So you gotta find sources to use that ship the goods, air, sea, whatever you gotta do, land. Hell, I'm trying to actually contemplate how I can actually deliver the goods to each one of the persons in the islands.
You trying to buy a boat or some shit?
Nah, you just need transportation, but it's a very difficult strategy that you got to use. So I mean, right now what I do is just set up a location where customers are able to actually come and pick up their goods once it's cleared and everything, and they reimburse me with my percentage on top of it, and we just recycle the same thing.
Now, what do you mean once it's cleared? Like customs? Or
Once
once it's
you-
cleared, what?
Yeah, once you ship goods to the islands, they have to be cleared. You understand? Anything that you bring into the United States, it got to go through customs.
Customs, okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So you got to clear customs. So if they have a percentage rate, if it's 25% on a $100 item that you purchase, you already know you got to pay $25. So I probably put somewhere and charge them $35, give or take, just to say, and that's how the whole thing go about. So you get a one-type service, you get everything in one. You don't have to do nothing but come to our office, pick up your goods, smile, and hopefully you had a great experience and come back.
Thank you. Come again.
And you have two locations, right? You have one here in Miami, and where's the second location?
The one here in Miami is still a wholesale distributor company. I use it as a wholesale distributor company / a wholesale headquarters, or OEC headquarters. You understand? To cater to the islands that I have already.
Okay.
And the other island that I have currently is Antigua. I'm working on Turks and Caicos to get open. Hopefully everything goes as planned and I can get that up and going by the end of this year. Just waiting on some paperwork and doing some. I'm actually supposed to be traveling next month down there to see if I can get things in order.
So, like, how do you, I guess my question would be, how do you select the islands? I mean, the Caribbean is pretty vast. Is it that maybe as far as trying to do business there is easier? Like, how or is it just those, how did you come across that Antigua or like the islands that you have now?
Well, first and foremost, I'm an island boy.
Okay.
My father was raised in Antigua. My mother was born
okay.
in the Turks and Caicos. I dealt with them islands over the years during the wholesale market,
Okay, makes sense.
in which I distribute wholesale, which container loads and still, which I still do, but it's not as massive as it used to be. So now, with that being said, I have a lot more time to focus on the more smaller consumers because they're not going to the grocery stores or the Publix or the Walmarts in the islands, more so what you would say it can relate to. You understand? They more so going online, logging in, because you can go online right now. I'm talking to you guys, I'm ordering something right now to come to the office for a customer. You follow me? And it's just the convenience of it, and they love the convenience of it. And then it's hard for consumers like my wholesale companies to sustain. I don't even think in the next 5 years to 10 years that wholesale industry will even be irrelevant, more so to say. That was an era of time that my father laid. You understand? So when that came,
that foundation, but now it's evolving.
yeah, it's evolving. You had to, now it's a new generation.
Yeah.
You got to go with the generation. So the generation right now is more so e-commerce, like everything on the internet. So with that being said, we just cater to them individuals.
Now, what are some of the, as far as the business that you run, what are some of the things that people, because everyone just sees the business, but there's a lot of this behind the scenes stuff, because I'm pretty sure between, I guess being aware of anything with taxes, any laws or regulations, also the logistics, and also like how much as far as the operations, what are some of the things that people, I guess, wouldn't think of if they wanted to try to do this or even figure it out?
One of the biggest things that I tell any individual that comes to me and tell me they're interested in evolving and opening a company, and they gonna have 3-4 employees or 10 employees, 20 employees, the biggest hit that sneaks up behind you is the fact that the employees you pay for twice, if you follow what I'm saying. It's like if you pay them $36,000 a year, give or take, it's a 17% charge that you have to pay as an employer. You understand what I'm saying? That comes back around to you. So it kind of hits you. So at the end of the day, you spending something like $6,000, give or take. I think that's the number, $6,000. So imagine you have 4 employees. That's 144. Then you got $6,000 times 4. That's 24,000. So now that employee that you hire for $36,000 is a more so base of $42,000. You follow what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you got to put a budget to the side of $42,000 to intertwine with that employee, because it's going to run you $42,000. And most people don't see that blind eye, because that can run you in the ground. And the IRS don't play about their money. They want that change every 15th.
So you were, you had, I guess you could say an upbringing that kind of, but let's say someone that did not know that, what would be a resource location for that? Like to find,
I mean, you can call the IRS for all they
If
more than
have
willing to give you all the information because they want the
some
money. But there's not a manual. When I came in this, I was 20 years old. I didn't have a book or anything to know how to run an operation. There's not a manual book. You could have went to schools. A lot of people go to school, as far as I'm concerned, for 7 years, 10 years, and collect $150,000 worth of debt, and still not doing anything but have a $30,000 or $40,000 income coming in, and that's irrelevant at the end of the day. Which I can fortunately say I didn't have to go through that experience. I ended up more so chasing the dream of being the boss and trying to become an entrepreneur and laying that platform out.
At 20, I mean, I just love it just because it's what we're trying to instill going forward. Like everybody at this point is pursuing entrepreneurship for those purposes, you know, and then you can guide your kids, you know, through whatever it is they need to go through versus just really having to kind of do it out of desperation. I mean, you still got to grind for it because I think the other thing is you still have to make the effort to learn. It happens all the time. But you know what? I still would say, because a lot of times people would say, well, that was in his family. He got it handed to him, whatever. But they're still grinding to sustain it, to maintain it. You can't.
Listen,
It's
honestly,
grind. It's hard work.
I hate from the bottom of my heart when I know how to deal with it nowadays because I don't even worry about what the individuals say because I know it's deeper than that. It ain't about what's handed to you. You understand? I can go out there right now and get me a Phantom if I want to. But it's about maintaining something.
Boss.
More so to say. That's
Boss
what really
talk.
make you the boss.
Boss
You
talk.
understand?
That's about me one.
It's about maintaining something. Anybody can get handed anything. And it wasn't handed to me, but I wouldn't get into the details. But at the end of the day, I maintained it.
See, it was a. I think with you, it wasn't handed.
It just was this part. It was part of your.
It had to happen. You feel me? It was
It's
gonna happen anyway.
Listen, I had confrontations with my siblings that wanted to sell the company. And matter of fact, I gave a lot of sacrifices, and I'm giving y'all blood raw. I gave a lot of sacrifices. When I'm talking about sacrifices, was funds. The company wasn't making money. You had to make the company make money. You understand? If you're not there to work the company, it would not bring you money. You had to be there to work the company. I could have ran away and said, listen, hey, give me the cash and let me go about my business. But more so, they wanted to sell the company and everything of that nature. My old man wouldn't want that, first and foremost. And rest in peace. And I do everything more so, and I keep in the back of my head of why I'm doing it. Because I want to give my family or my child that opportunity to say, listen, even if he don't succeed, at least he had a chance to. You understand? They didn't want to even give me a chance. But I took the chance and say, listen, I'm going to try and put everything I got into it. And it's coming along slowly but surely.
Well, shit, I think it's 12 years, 12 years after you took over?
20 when I took over, 12 years now.
12 years.
We actually hitting our 30-year anniversary this month, matter of fact, on the 18th, Friday.
Now?
Friday, 30 years. A lot of companies don't be over for 6 months. I know it's hard out there. And I'm not knocking nobody. But, 30 years. OEC, we still here. But I had family members. When I say family members, I mean close to my father, companion, spouse. You understand what I'm saying? In fact, it's saying we won't be open more than 2 years or 3 years when I took over the company. And I'm an individual that grew up. I wasn't the smartest in my class, but I damn sure know I had the most passion, dedication, and I was the most hungriest in my class. And that right there will get you a long way. And I beat anybody out the park. I don't care what you're doing. I'm gonna beat you out the park. If you Michael Phelps, I'm gonna find a way to swim faster than you. It might take me some time, but trust me, I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he back in the building, man. You're on Show the DJ Meet, lovely model, and hey, Mr. OEC.
Los.
So we never discuss your name. You feel me? Because we just started talking. We didn't let people know your name and shit. Do you mind disclosing your
Disclosing your...
For real, because you know I didn't want to call it real
my
name.
name? Oh, no, that ain't no problem. Listen, when you get to a certain point in life, it's Erwin Cardi. don't forget the card, cause that's what they call me at the bank.
Mr. Cardi. Mr. Cardi. Mr. Cardi.
Mr. Cardi.
Yes, sir. That's me.
I can't.
Counts looking okay. I'm fine with that. Yeah.
So listen, 2019, you say your plan is to open up a new location in Antigua.
Yeah.
No, sorry, Turks and Caicos.
My main mission is to always elevate and push myself to the next level. So, with that being said, I have Antigua set and ready. I have a couple employees under me down there that does a tremendous job and keep the operation up to par. This at the end of this year, I'm really focused on trying to do everything in my power to get Turks and Caicos open, coming soon, and then from there, it's gonna be somebody else other island.
Haiti? What, I don't know.
Hey, Haiti. I was digging deep in Haiti. I have some wholesale customers that I deal with in Haiti, but I heard it's a very corrupt place. And
I've heard
I don't
that too.
mean that in a bad way. Well, it is what it is, but they told me it's very hard to find reliable individuals down there.
I've heard that too.
So
You did?
I'm not eager to target Haiti as yet, but someday, if I gotta go down there for 6 months out of the year, or even 12 months to get it running and get it operating how I want it to be,
Okay.
I would do so.
Okay.
Okay, so before which I'm just asking a dumb question. Before you really open up a location, how long do you scout the area? You feel me? The city, the island, the city, whatever.
I mean, I've been scouting these islands for. I can't give you a direct answer because I've been scouting these islands all my life. I've been in this business as a young boy growing up. It might have not been that particular business and what I'm doing now, but it was still a middleman business operation and conducting business. So I've been knowing the islands and different islands, but like I say, if I have 8 different islands that I do wholesale with right now, Tortola, give an example, is one of the biggest British Virgin Islands right now and got a large consumer for it. When I'm get done with OEC Turks and Caicos, I would love to pursue OEC Tortola. Tortola.
See, I said when you don't work. You
And
never heard?
It makes me want some tortillas.
And then Virgin Gorda.
Why these particulars? You feel me?
The revenue. If you research islands that bring imports, a lot of these Turks and Caicos, for example, imports mostly 98% of their stuff down there.
Okay.
So
Makes sense.
that tells you basically everything that they have is imported. So why not get a piece of the pie?
Makes sense.
We know when we say that and think about the travel and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Jamaica's an island where pretty much them everything is imported. Why not try something like that? You feel me?
See, it's not. I'm not a multi-million-dollar man yet. It's not the fact that I can put up $200,000-$300,000. I'm doing this all on my own pockets.
So step by step.
You understand? I could go to the bank and try to get the little $500,000 loan or something of that nature. Would assist me, but at the end of the day, the interest and everything of that nature, you can pay it back and build it rapidly. But I like to build slowly and steady and for sure. You understand? And you reap more benefits when you do so. Jamaica, I'm looking at Jamaica as well too as one of the islands that I would love to. And I think more so it comes down, I'm on my own. So everything that you see me do is my thoughts, is my energy, is my plot. You understand? There's nobody behind me that's pushing me. I push myself every day, every morning. So once you can get with somebody that's actually on the same page, it'd be a lot easier because they can actually, hey, listen, I'm a visionary. That's what one of the entrepreneurs is. And to actually unfold the vision is not that easy as it sounds over this radio. It's a lot of complex situation. I went back and forth to get Antigua open, but I finally got it open because I never gave up. Don't exist. And I'm gonna do the same thing with Turks and Caicos. We coming soon.
So as far as the business aspect, and a lot of the times, as an entrepreneur or a business owner, CEO, taking care of a business, of course, how do you handle
The business.
the business? No, she was gonna say, how do you handle the personal? I said, because a lot of the times, the personal can sometimes, if the person is not focused or whatever the case may be, it can affect the business. But also trying to find, you mentioned something, trying to find like-minded individuals to kind of to be a visionary just as you are.
Correct.
So how is that aspect? Because I see it a lot. Entrepreneurship or trying to really be behind something, especially as involved as I already can gauge that you are.
Well, it's crazy what you say, how you say that, because a lot of people that come around you, even your employees, they start to look and take things the wrong way because they feel like they're entitled to certain things. And then I'm a dude, if I'm winning, I want everybody around me to be winning. Give or take. You understand? I'm not going to give you anything directly like that, and I might do sometimes. But at the end of the day, hey, if you with me and you on my team, regardless, bring something to the table. Show me that you willing to work as well too. And even if you come to my house, you understand, you see leaves in the front yard, sweep that front yard. I don't have to tell you. If I gotta tell you to sweep that front yard, that means, listen, I gotta tell this person they ain't ready. They ain't ready right now. Now, if they come down and sweep that front yard without me telling them, it's like, listen, that's somebody I can work with. You feel me? I don't have to go ahead and tell them everything. If I'm reaching for the tape gun and they know this box got to get taped, they already got it and handing it to me. And that's just what you really look for and seek. But I'm gonna be honest with you, can't find them people. it ain't a lot. It ain't too many of them.
That is a fact. I had just told somebody something regarding a team. I think I said you need a team that will work without
team.
you have to tell them.
Correct.
You shouldn't
have to babysit. If you know you're supposed to deliver 8 deliveries a day, I shouldn't have to come to my office and tell you why you ain't go yet. You already off schedule. You already off time. I don't want employees like that. So I look for my employees.
Self-sufficient, bias for action. They can make it happen and move.
Correct. You already know what you got to do. Why I got to babysit and tell you? You already know that from yesterday. The schedule is there. I just be like, hey, listen, when I get an individual like that, just go home, man.
Dang,
Don't worry about coming back. I don't mean to be rude or nothing like that. But I'm like, and then it gets to the fact that
But you don't have the time for that either. Like, people don't understand.
you don't have the time.
Time is money.
There's a lot of ups and downs in this business, and a lot of employees don't understand because they think at a certain point in time you're shining and you're reaping all the benefits, and you're not spreading the love or so forth. Listen, as far as I'm concerned, the company is OEC. You working for me. You ain't gonna go tell McDonald's, you reaping the benefits. Yeah, they open a franchise on you every other month. Maybe a little slower now with the economy, but they open a franchise every other month. But they will come to a black-owned business and be like, you reaping the benefits. You supposed to reap it with me. Like, listen, at the end of the day, if you got a vision and you want to actually go out there and do your thing, I don't knock you because I never, and I can honestly say, I never worked for a person a day in my life, and I'm 32 years old. A day in my life. I don't care McDonald's, no part-time job, no nothing. Even when I used to wash cars at 15, it was not how I used to work for myself. Because listen, I'm washing these cars, and I'm getting paid on my own from my uncle. So it was like a partnership.
But that's what people gotta understand. There are businesses, there are opportunities where you can go. Because me and Beat were just talking about this, I think, last week. There are businesses, there are people, there are places you can go if you're trying to figure your life out and find yourself. Go over there. But sometimes other businesses and other people and other companies, they need individuals that are already assertive, that already know what they gotta do because they don't have the time for it.
You know what the confusion come in at? everybody ain't meant to be a boss.
Preach.
These individuals scream boss. They don't know what it is to sacrifice, not getting paid, but I'm paying my employees. You understand? They got family members home waiting on them. I can't tell them, hey, I didn't do any sales this month. I gotta pay them. You understand? It came a point in time in my own operation, I had to bring other source of income, regardless of the situation when things was going down, and pay these employees. Because guess what? I can't tell them I ain't got no money to pay them. It's either I fire them or try to hold on to them. And me, the man that I am, I try to hold on to you. I started with you, I'm gonna try to finish with you. That's what type of dude I am. So I'm gonna finish with you. I'm gonna do everything in my power to finish with you. But understand your role as an employee, because when I wasn't getting paid, you wasn't sticking with me and saying, hey, don't worry about paying me. Don't worry about paying me. I'm okay. You wanted your check every week.
Facts.
You follow me? I had to deal with that.
People in their
Let me
damn
ask you.
entitlement.
With the government shutdown right now, are your employees still getting paid?
Hey, listen.
Cause you still gotta pay taxes. As
I
an
ain't
owner.
Trump, and I ain't got no White House protecting me. So if I dare not to, I dare not to pay these employees, hey, they'll be acting crazy. Seriously, but yeah, most definitely. Hey, I'm wondering why I'm still gotta pay taxes and everything. They shut down for the outgoing, but they damn sure ain't shut down for the ingoing.
No, actually, they didn't shut down. They opened up outgoing up again.
They open it up,
Yeah, they opened it up.
so they paying their employees.
No, they're sending the tax filers or whatever their money. So
They send it.
yeah, you are able to file your taxes.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah.
you can get your refund.
Yeah, you can't get your refund.
Okay,
so
okay.
You can't go in.
Yeah, but they sending tax workers they money, but at the end of the day, you still got a situation where you got TSA workers that's not actually getting paid.
Not even that. The tax preparers who preparing your taxes, they ain't getting paid, but they got to send out your check.
The tax.
That's crazy.
Listen, but the tax individuals that preparing you, some of them, from my understanding, they charge the particular customer when they come there.
The IRS people.
The federal workers.
The people the federal workers that really got to go into it and do all, make sure you get your money. They're working for free.
Everything that I look at is in a business mindset. So if them TSA workers and them IRS need a little AMSCOT or OEC loan, I'm more than willing. Is probably a 30% charge.
God damn.
We can make it happen.
Damn. So you put $30 on the loan, 30% on the loan.
30%. Hey, go to
Jesus.
AMSCOT. They charging you $55 for $500. You understand? I need mine too. It's just business.
Nah, it's business.
It's business.
Listen, it's business. At the end of the day.
It's business.
So let me ask you, so for someone that's really just starting from the ground up, from level 1, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
What are some things that you could tell them, like?
First, I can tell you, if you have can't or you think can't, you might as well squash that right now. That don't exist from a boss. There was a lot of situations that I could have put can't on, but I never did. Even 20 years old, I was afraid, honestly, to travel the islands and deal with these some of these multi-million-dollar customers that I have, and interact with them, because I felt like, hell, I only went to some college, I ain't even finished college. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm like, how is it that they better than me, regardless of the situation? I'm finna put on my game face. I'm finna go ahead and sell you. And that year, I did some massive sales that year just by taking the initiative to go out there and touch base with them. Because if I never did, I was automatically setting myself up to fail.
Now, one of the things, as far as your employees now, what are some of the things you have to consider, as far as, what benefits or options do you offer them? Because I always, or even just how to even start to, because I feel like you have to budget for that as well. Well, you have to budget for that, but it's like, at some point in time, you have to, before you even do it, consider, how you're going to make that work.
Honestly, I give it to you again, Ro. We don't offer one of the biggest things that turns off employees or anybody that works at my operations. The fact that we don't offer health insurance. Health insurance, even myself, I pay individually. I personally intertwined the company, I got the company in this position, more so to say, when I took over. But I would like in the future to offer health care to my employees. But right now, I don't offer health care because it's a big expense.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of expense already, but as we grow bigger,
That's when you can start to.
we can offer more. I do offer incentives throughout the year, whether it is like, hey, give or take. There's certain things that I do for the employees that bosses really don't do. You understand? For the employees out there. And I can mention, hey, listen, you working for me for so long. Hey, I see that you need a car. Look here, let me just get you this car and situate it. No strings attached. No strings attached. You just take that. I ain't saying it's brand new off the lot.
No, but still,
But
it's
at the end of the
something
day,
that
it's a
you
nice
said
quality car.
most bosses won't do
yeah.
that.
They don't care. Hey, I don't care how you get to work. Catch the bus. And that's where it kind of it separates me, because I be wanting to be like that individual, because a lot of them employees take your kindness for weakness.
Oh yeah.
And by me doing stuff like that, they feel like, oh, I can talk to me about anything, or tell me, hey, can I leave early? Listen, I want you to do your 9 hours. Don't talk about leaving early. I got an appointment for my daughter. Now, don't get me wrong.
Everything's within
every
reason,
other day?
though.
Huh?
I said everything's within reason, and that's what people forget.
Everything's in reason, but when
Some
they
people
tell you
abuse
every other week or every other day, they got something to handle, and which I'm a nice guy, so if things is moving copacetically and I feel like I can give you the time, I give you the time off, but I just don't fact that if you things is moving slow at this point in time, oh, let me try to leave early. You let me leave early. Like, listen, you're overdoing it. You're abusing it.
You're doing too much.
You're doing too much.
Just start playing that in the background. And then, as they walk out the office, you're doing too much.
Shout out to Crucial.
Crucial.
And
What up?
I'm digging that new song of yours, my boy. Keep it up.
Crucial.
Now, we were having some off-air conversations, and we'll kind of make it a bit of a topic of the night as far as the importance of the environment or the company you keep in order to not only become successful but also stay successful and even become even more successful.
That's a big one now. And I'm gonna be real with you. That's a very difficult one. But you, as you get older and wiser, gotta know, even if you love that person beside you, this person here got a one-channel mind. They don't think beyond a certain point. So with that being said, they liable to do anything and everything. I remember one of my partners right now, we grew up, we was tighter than ever. I ain't gonna mention no names, but he right now he facing 2 consecutive life charges. But and this is my main man, my right hand. He already know me. I'm about my business. I was out. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I got the best profile of when things was laid out. I was in the streets, but it came a point in time, and I used to own a label, and I used to pursue that label. But it came to a point in time when I had to realize I gotta do what's best for me and my future, and I gotta do what's best that puts food on my table. What's gonna put that lobster or that steak on the table that I want? You gotta sit back and realize everybody ain't gonna be Ross. Everybody ain't gonna be Diddy. You understand? Everybody ain't gonna be Damian Will. You understand? Or Jay-Z. And once you realize that, you start to take different avenues or precautions, more so to say.
Protect or sustain.
So I was pushing artists, but they was thinking they was already Jay-Z. I'm like, come on, you a local artist, like how you get to be that far? But I'm gonna get back to the point where you saying the individuals around you. I hang around with certain individuals, but you gotta know when it's time to go. Now, and even if you see they escalating every time you're hanging around them, you gotta take a step back. Like, man, listen, I'm not on that no more. That wild boy stuff, I could have been locked up in jail, probably facing life at this point in time. But I stay prayed up, thank God, that he steered me in the right direction, because I used to hang around with a mean crew. And I'm being honest. And nothing productive came out of that crew. And I used to take I used to work still and grind and be entertaining foolishness and trying to invest in other foolishness, but it didn't make any sense. And then I really had to come to a point like, listen, what do you want for yourself? If you want this for yourself, hey, go ahead first. Or you gonna really tighten up and focus on what's really making you, or what's bringing money to your pockets.
People don't understand that's the part that it's okay to be selfish in that aspect. Because people, the outside will call you selfish, but it's okay to do that.
Hey, let me be selfish. Let me be whatever you want to call me. But my partner, I could have been right with him that day that all that happened, transpired. But luckily, I'm like, man, listen, hanging out, stunting on these individuals, saying, going to the club, if this one throw 1,000, I'm gonna throw 2,000. It's like, who you trying to impress nowadays? And that was a difficult task to overcome and to deal with within yourself. To realize, listen, you ain't got nothing to prove out here. Honestly, you ain't got nothing to prove. So let these individuals. I can't respect an individual that might go and do $3,000-$4,000 and then come and ask you, let me hold $100. Like, bro, what are you doing? Where your priorities at?
They're going in there to impress people that ain't got nothing going on.
And at the end of the day, the individuals that you oppressing, 9 times out of 10, if you get them or not, you're not gonna stay with them because you like, listen, this bullshit from the jump. We can curse on here, right?
Yeah.
My bad, but this is foolishness from the jump. You understand
So,
what I'm saying? This ain't even worth my time, energy. But you gotta be cautious of the individuals you hang around. Me personally, I keep a small. I hang around individuals, but I don't entertain what they entertain. A lot of individuals think that they see some of my friends, I'm that type of person, but it's really
we all
not.
have
Because
different kind of friends.
if you really want to know who I am, 9 to 5, catch me at OEC. Come see what I'm talking about. Every one of my friends know. Catch me there, and I ain't playing no games at all.
I mean, people forget you have to, once you obtain a certain level of progress, I'm not gonna say success because I feel like there's so many levels to it. I feel like
Correct.
it's just there's no cap on it. But once you achieve or you start ascending in progress, you got to sustain the elevation, if that makes sense.
And the main thing, what you gotta do, the individuals you hang around with, and I, not myself, because sometimes I still hang around foolishness, but I know at the end of the
It
day,
happens.
at a certain time, you just getting the 10-15 minutes of my time, and then I'm going back. And if I really look at it, them 10-15 minutes can cost me everything sometimes. But truth be told, I'm like, okay, I still got to distance myself. Even a call, hey, what's going on, but hey, everything good. I check in with them. You know, tell them it's still love. Ain't no problem with it. You can't, when you get to that level, you like, man, listen, I got too much to lose.
Right.
Because a lot of people out here is envy of you, for one. And at the end of the day, they don't have anything to lose. Like, if something happened to me, right now, I got employees internationally, locally, counting on me. And if I can't orchestrate this thing and keep it in line,
That's them also.
that means everybody under me folds.
Domino.
So it's a domino effect, like you say. And if I'm talking and I'm struggling with this person, and oh, you's a fuck nigga, this and that, man, boy, listen here. 5, 10, what? I'll say even 7 years ago, you probably would have got the best of me. But now,
But
let me
growth
be that.
and maturity.
I appreciate that. You can have this one, boss. I'm gonna walk out the door. Sometimes you gotta be the bigger man. It don't cost you nothing to be the biggest man. Yeah, you might sound soft or so, or you might be this, but at the end of the day, that person ain't got nothing to lose. Ain't nobody gonna miss him. A lot of people out here in these streets, I think right now, society, how it is break down, we losing more kids at a younger age than any time. in our generation. And that's just how I'm looking at it. Every day someone dying for foolishness, getting shot, this and that for the third. These the homies you hang with. How you getting shot with the homies you hang with on a regular?
Because they not the homies.
They envying you. What's going on? You got ultimatums or something of that nature around you. But all I can tell you is try to hang around people that try to make you better, challenge you. Like me and Meek been rocking for a long time. And just as he do what he do, I do what I do, and I respect everything that he do. You understand? And I can say the same thing. And with that being said, I hope he look at me and I look at him. When he elevate, it makes me want to elevate. Not as a competition, you understand? As a competitive, like, man,
motivation.
Hey, I see you doing your thing. You understand? I want to, I don't want it, but I got to elevate my game. Talk to yourself. I got to elevate my game. You understand? I see you got this or whatever like that. I like that. Let me go ahead and figure out how I can get that. You understand? Not saying you got to go the wrong way about it. Because trust me, there's a lot. You can sit home. A lot of people online making money day and night. And you can sit home and make money.
Yeah, I do shit. Just sit home.
Sit home and make money. And get to a point like I tell me, and at the end of the day, listen, he doing this radio thing. Hey, I feel this radio thing can blow up to a whole nother level. You understand? When they give him that contract.
Yeah, we going there. Trust me.
Trust me. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, I give you $1 million. Nah, why you want to give me $1 million? He might be worth $10 million at that time. Keep doing your thing. Don't ever give up. Keep moving, man. Ain't nobody ain't gonna do it for you.
Sure ain't.
But I applaud you guys. Again, and I didn't mention at first when I came in, I thank you guys for having me, because a lot of small business as I am, people don't share like on individuals of my caliber and where I come from, because I didn't have the golden spoon. And regardless of whom think it was what they think, I actually got this from blood, sweat, and tears and off the muscle. I just choose. I could have did a whole lot of other stuff, but I just choose to take this path to lead in the right direction and try to hope that individuals underneath me, whether it's, hey, I used to be in 5,000 role models and stuff like that, little folks under me to say, you know what, I ain't gotta go sell dope on the corner. I ain't gotta pursue to be a rapper or the next big DJ. You know what? I just want to be comfortable. I just want to, because in reality, everybody just want to be comfortable. Everybody just want to live life on their own terms, and that's what that call is. Living life on my own terms. If I want to go to Jamaica tomorrow, I'll book that shit tonight.
We out.
You understand? We out. And just the ability to do so. That's what it's all about.
Do you have, at any point in time, do you bring in like interns or maybe, kind of like to mentor?
I have not brought any internship.
I mean, I know based on your facility, something you also, the liability and stuff, you got to be very cautious with as well. But
yeah, I deal with. See, that's what it comes out. I use ZipRecruiter and certain individuals to find employees, but you got to be very cautious in the industry that I am, because you get valuable stuff coming in and out. And I'm not saying anybody gonna take anything, but I have not looked to anybody from the internship that I can actually utilize. And when you're saying that, I need to actually open that window in that door.
Yeah.
You understand? And I appreciate it. I take that in consideration.
I always say, think about something that there's two ways you can do it, or you can either partner with like an organization, and then if you want to do like youth. The only thing with youth is just a lot of liability, all of the waivers, the parental consent, all that stuff. But that maybe for the summer, do it for a month. But also in the aspect of maybe what is something that you would like to explore or grow, or just see what other options are within your company. And then you reach out to a nearby college and see, and maybe find get an intern in that avenue, in that realm. Maybe something in IT, maybe something, and then every summer or however you want to do the internship, maybe one every quarter or twice a year, and then you switch them up, and then you also not only do you give them, logistics or export experience, but at the same time, it has to be a give and take.
Well, if I did something like that in Antigua, come to think of it, but I have not did nothing locally, but I did want to entertain it and do so in the near future. So I'm gonna look more harder. I was just focused. I mean, after the Christmas season, and I was more so focused on just
sending this to families and people sending stuff.
It was chaotic.
It's just something to think about, and you just kind of start kind of considering it. And even if you want to do it, you start with maybe like HBCUs, FOMO, if you want to just stick that way, or just, you know.
I appreciate that. I'm gonna look into that.
I be thinking sometimes
I see,
when the short bus drop me off,
I
like,
see why me got you here. You understand? I see. Trust me now.
Well, shit, listen, we gotta get about this thing. Let everybody know what's the
Yes.
the page to follow. You feel me? What's the website? Yeah.
If you looking for me, it's Mr. OEC
Got the right.
on Instagram. Young entrepreneur on Facebook. The biggest boss locally that's
Biggest.
really doing it.
Biggest.
Company name is OEC Supply, at OEC Supply on Instagram and Facebook, at OEC Antigua on Instagram and Facebook one, and at OEC Turks and Caicos. We gonna look for us, because we're gonna be doing big things in the near future. Get at me. You can check us out at www.oecantigua.com. Also, you can check us out at www.oecsupply.com. I'm out. I'm gonna leave one thing to tell you guys at the end of the day. Can't, don't exist.
That.
Leave that.
Leave that.
We out.
Ladies and gentlemen.
If you want to find me, I was waiting for it.
They're retarded, man. See what's really going on.
Friday,
Oh.
catch us Friday.
Friday, I ain't gonna be here.
Okay, I will.
You gonna be here?
I should.
Okay. I'm going, I ain't gonna lie. I can't lie. I want a party, man. My
Good.
dog Lucky C birthday bash.
Oh, that is Friday.
Yeah. We gotta go, man.
Well,
You ain't know about it?
Oh,
We
didn't get no
I
invite.
forgot.
Yeah, we're gonna
It is Friday. That thing's gonna be a movie.
That thing's a
If
movie.
he ain't
Where's
going
that?
to work, we need an invitation.
oh, it's at a venue, ain't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
I-
gonna
you know,
be.
I ain't,
Got
you
a
know,
little throne picture.
it's been a crazy New Year, so I'm enjoying this Friday. Then we have PTs, so you know it's gonna be even more lit. I'm going to work drunk.
Lucky see
And the
Friday.
boss just might show up.
The boss,
I gotta show.
you ain't coming nowhere. This nigga know he ain't
Yes.
coming
You had
nowhere.
them throne pictures. Lucky see.
Oh yeah.
Movie.
So my idea.
So you're right.
Yeah, man. It's all good.